Thursday night, and it's June. So June, what we decided we were going to do in June is we were going to talk to some light workers. And you're probably asking, what is a light worker? We're going to talk about that. But first, let me kind of give you a heads up on the Conscious Creators Toolbox. We meet every Thursday night. We have an opportunity to look at our creative abilities, our creative powers, and we fine tune them. You know, you're like, you probably think, what's my, do I have? Yes, you are a creator, and you have powers, and you have abilities. You are created in the image of the Creator, God, your source, your higher power, whatever you call your higher power. You're created in that image, and you have the same powers. You're created out of the same stuff that Creator, source, universe is created out of, and you have the same powers and abilities to do what Creator, what God, your higher power can do. So that's what we do on Thursday night. We look at one or more of your creative abilities, your creative powers, and we look at it up close and personal, and we fine tune it. We understand that it's our power that we can do with that power as a tool what we want to do with it. We can, for instance, our thoughts. We can use our mind to think. But sometimes how your mind can run away with you. You on get a train of thought going, and before you know it, you're obsessing, or you're worried, or you're afraid of something. That's because your mind and your thoughts are doing its own thing. But what we do with Conscious Creators Toolbox is we understand that our mind and our thoughts and our feelings are tools that we can use to create the realities and the lives that we want. So create this. So tonight is one of those sessions, and each month we have a topic usually, or we have a particular power that we're looking at. But this month, June, we are looking at light workers. We're going to be talking to people that actually help you work with your abilities and your creative powers and abilities, and help you be the best creator and the best manifestors to manifest and create the lives that you want. And tonight we're talking to a Reiki master. And you're probably wondering too, what's a Reiki master? What's a light work? What are you talking about, Jean? We're going to get into that. But we're talking to a Reiki master tonight, and she is a light. We call ourselves light workers, and she is a light worker, and her field of specialty is energy and light, and she uses light to heal. So we have with us tonight Elizabeth Cammon. She is my personal Reiki master of choice, especially tonight, and I'm excited to have her with us. Thanks for being with us, Elizabeth.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you. I'm glad you're here. And we talk about light workers, and give them your take on a light worker. That's what you do. You do that for a living, and you do that for out of a passion for yourself. Tell them what a light worker is.
My understanding of it is, the way I look at it is, we're energetic beings. So a light worker can change or add or take away the energy that needs to in your system.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what, and like Elizabeth was saying, we are energetic beings. We are a spirit or energy or light housed in a beautiful body that is made for and created to live here on this plane in earth plane. We call it the third dimension. But you know what? The being that gives us life, that animates this house or this bodysuit that we're wearing, it has the ability to exist and live for an eternity. Absolutely anywhere on any plane, whether it's 5D or 3D or 225D. We live forever. And we just have this body right here that's manifested for Earth. We have it for here, but the energy and the life is what we're calling and expressing to you as light. And what Elizabeth is explaining to, or kind of share with you, was light workers use their ability and their love and their passion to help us earth folk who's housed in this earth body live the best life that we can, and healthy. The energy that's in us that animates our bodies is what gives us life, and it has the ability to heal the body that it's housed in, to animate it, to make it to make sure that it does what it's supposed to do, to be whole. Half the time we're walking around sick, we're walking around depressed, we're walking around with all these ailments, and it's not. And most times it's something that if we had light workers or access to understanding our energy, that we could heal and we could make our bodies function correctly and properly. There's an old saying that my grandma used to say, that everything that we see outside, something's going on inside that makes it what it is, what we see. So what we see out here, it's a reflection of what goes on inside. So light workers deal with what goes on inside. They deal with the light of the energy that goes on inside. So I'm gonna let Elizabeth talk a little bit about what a REIKI master do, what they do, and that particular profession or that particular passion. Light workers could be a whole gamut, and we'll talk about that, throughout this month. But I'm going to let her talk tonight about the healing part of light workers, and that's what she does. So tell me, REIKI, what is REIKI, Elizabeth?
Well, REIKI means universe life force.
Universe life.
That's what REIKI means. So what we do is we tap into whatever you call the divine God, whatever religion. It doesn't matter what religion you are. It doesn't matter what culture you come from. We are all connected. So what REIKI masters do, and I want to say that each REIKI master is unique in their own way. They have different ways of getting into the energy, moving it, changing it, adding to it. It depends on how. Sometimes it depends on like your sign, your element. All of that comes into play on how you can move.
When you say sign, you mean your astrology sign. Okay.
Yes.
So all that into play, it has a connection to REIKI.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
I, like other people, will also add things to REIKI. But REIKI itself is just basically taking God's divine light. And it's not our energy that we use. So REIKI people that are practitioners of REIKI are channels for that energy. So the energy comes from the divine, and we channel it into your body. But it is a contract between you and the divine. So when we scan your body and we feel the what you need to, if you need, let's say you have a chakra that's shut down, we'll be able to feel that, and we will be able to open it and then reconnect it to the other chakras, so that you are able to achieve what you're here to, what your plan is.
Okay. So, and I know probably some people out there say chakra. I've heard that word before, but what does that mean? We're gonna hold off to talk a little bit about chakra. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna relate chakra to the physical body, because we know that the chakras, there's 7, I believe, the 7 chakra vortexes or areas in our bodies. But each one of those chakras has a mission or has an assigned area of your body that it takes care of.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at a particular area of the body, that body is probably controlled, or energy comes from a particular chakra. Am I correct?
Yes.
Or directed?
But we have more than 7.
What is it?
We have like over 300.
But in our bodies, not knowing our bodies.
Well, in our bodies,
Yes.
there's different points. The major ones, the ones that delegate to the other ones, are set in the 7.
Okay.
But you have some that are connected, that are outside, that are still connected to your body, but they're outside. Like you have one where your soul sits. It sits above. It sits in the one that's above your head. That, and then you've got chakra 10 that is below your feet, but it is connected to your body. But we have over I think the last count was 350.
And then and to kind of clear that up just a little bit more, the chakras, the energy, and they're basically energy vortexes and fields. That is what actually keeps us connected as one. That makes us all part of one. You've heard the word that we're all one. Well, that energy, which is channeled or directed via the vortexes called chakras, that's what keeps us connected as one. Okay, but energetically looking at our physical bodies, what Elizabeth does is when you say you're healed, using the energy, what are you doing? I mean, how do you manage? How are you healing? How are we healing
I'm not doing it myself.
I mean, how does the energy feel? You know, I know you say you
Okay.
channel the energy in.
There are two emotions in this universe. There's love, and then there's what we call fear. And fear is all the lower, like, all the lower vibrations. Guilt, sadness, all of that. And then you have love, which governs, you've ever heard, like, love will conquer all. And so when we channel, we're channeling God's love.
You're channeling the light.
The light, the love that because that's what heals, is
So-
love.
Oh, am I understanding that the fear and those energies that are of low vibrations
Take you away from God.
They take you away from God and consequently causes us to be ill,
Yes, it
causes sickness
yes.
or stress or
Yes.
whatever to the body.
Yes.
So that's why when I'm always encouraging people to increase their vibration or to raise their vibration, that means to get closer to the vibration of love, because love is, I will tell you that love is the highest vibration,
Highest vibration.
and that will automatically bring you to healing
yes.
and raise you to that.
Yes.
Okay. Gratitude is another.
Yes.
But those are the high vibrations. So you channel that high vibration, those high vibrations, into the certain areas to focus on those dark places that are sick,
Yes.
that have been broken down because of fear or
choices
anger
that we've
or
made,
stress.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So talk about a typical session. What would be a typical when you're talking to a person and you're finding out, I guess, what is ailing them? You actually talk about, and these are physical ailments or
No,
like
not always.
cold?
Not always.
Okay. But they're sicknesses.
Yes.
Say for instance a common cold, or somebody's got a cold. You could help channel the energy to help them
Yes.
cure that cold.
To bring up the vibration, so it
So you're
stops.
bringing up the vibration.
You're
so-
bringing it up because we're vibrational beings, so we vibrate about around 400. So anything that we decide, like if we say we practice compassion for somebody, that's going to automatically bring your vibration up, and it's going to fix some of the things that you automatically have decided.
That's really good. That's really good to know. Because
Because when you're kind to somebody else, that automatically comes back to you. That's why they say we're all connected. We are all connected. It does matter.
So I'm going to throw this out because I'm a master manifester. That's my life work, is to help people raise their vibration so they can manifest the life that they want. So what you're saying to me is, even in my passion of helping people manifest and raising that vibration, it's going to automatically cause some healing energy to come in, even in areas they may not even know that they're having these
Yes,
symptoms.
yes.
So it's going to, and it could stop those things that's that's another reason that I promote love and I promote thankfulness and I promote gratitude,
Yes.
because we're raising that vibration.
Yes.
So we actually can cure ourselves if we,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
So in your practice, do you help people understand that? You help them understand that they have an obligation. You can start it, you can show them, but they have an obligation to continue it on.
The healing is on the person that is on the table.
On the table.
It's the responsibility of the person that's sitting there. I can tell you all day, like you said, this is what you need to change. This is what I found in your energy system. But by the end of the day, it's you, because you are the master of your life.
You're the master of your life. You get free
So,
will to choose
yes.
and not choose. Just like I would go to my doctor, my MD, medical doctor, and ask them, to give me such and such for whatever. If I have the option to take their advice or not. So you're saying that we have the option to understand that if we raise our vibration to its highest love and loving and actually demonstrating that love to one another, that could cause us to reduce stress in our bodies, cause ailments to disappear. That is awesome to know. Okay. So talk to us.
If somebody comes in and they sit down, they lay down at my table, the very first thing I do is I sage them, because it's like taking a shower, kind of like getting all of what you've carried on, because we carry things from you know, from our house, from our jobs, from just walking in to from the car, you know, we interact with people. And as us being energetic beings, we take that on sometimes. So what I would do is I would stage you first. It clears you out. So all I am, you know, healing or bringing energy to is your system. Then I go and I scan your body, because when I'm scanning the body, I will be able to detect where your energy sometimes is all off the chart, or if it's really sluggish and not working at all. So I need to know where that is on your body, and that will also tell me sorta what chakras I need to realign.
And those are the centers. Those are chakra centers.
Those are the center ones, the 7. So after I go through that, I then I know kind of sort of where to start. But I go and I clear out all of your chakras, and I reset them and I connect them. You have a front side and you have a back side. So I connect each of them together. They connect at your spine, and each vertebrae in your spine is also a chakra. So, and they determined certain things that you want in your life, like prosperity, unity, all of that. So I connect it together, and then I go from your body and do the hand positions. The hand positions have certain areas on your body that are connected, and I go down from your top. I start from your head and go down, and then after I've cleaned out all of that and I've done everything with the body, I go back and I put my hand on the back of your neck. Your soul sits in the 12th chakra, but it enters your body in the back of your neck. So what I do is I clear out what your ancestors, things that you have carried from past lives, things like that determine that. And I also connect you to your spirit guides, your team that you came down here and you planned for. So I clear out all of that, and then you're basically set. I've reset your system for you to decide what you're going to do to that.
Now I heard you say past lives, and I'm having a feeling that I just feel like there's somebody out there that's listening to us, and they're saying past lives. Well, here's the deal, y'all. This is the deal.
How much is it?
And you know, hold your seats. You know, make sure you brace yourself. You braced? All right, you braced. You are a spiritual being that has no ending. I don't even know if we had a beginning, because God is the source of the beginning and the end, and we are connected to God, connected to that source. So guess what? If you have an eternal life that's sitting inside of you, and this body's been around for, I don't know, mine's been around for 60 years or so, close enough, then what about the rest of the time before these other years? And then what's going to happen after I live another 30 or 40 years and I'm gone? This body's gone. That spirit, that energy, that light that's inside of you that Elizabeth is talking about, that she has a passion for healing and identifying with, and making it whole, and making sure that it's connected to the source, to keep you lively here while you're on this plane, you know, because when you go to another plane, it's a whole different, I guess, light worker, I don't know. But right here on this plane, Elizabeth, and Reiki masters and Reiki practitioners like herself, gives us the ability, or gives us another option to being whole beings and whole people, whole persons, having a healthy, wealthy, prosperous life. Because we understand that we are light. We understand that we are energy. We understand, like my grandmother taught us, is that what goes on in the inside of us, and that's the spirit, that light, that energy, reflects on the physical part of us. So the evidence is the common cold. That means that something's going on with the light inside. If you got that common cold, it's not doing its thing, because that if it was doing its thing properly, then it would have healed that cold, or it never would have caught on. It wouldn't have happened. So if it does happen, Reiki masters, Reiki practitioners help go into and communicate and connect with that energy and that life source, that eternal life source, to help it straighten out and wake up and do what it was created to do. We are created beings. We are created to heal ourselves and to be whole.
Everybody is a healer.
That's right. We are, and we can heal ourselves. Part of her job as a practitioner is to teach you how to maintain that. Just like your physical doctor will teach you how to, exercise and do this and do that to maintain. Reiki practitioners and Reiki masters help tell you things that will help you spiritually, like meditating probably. What are some of the things that they can do to help maintain the adjustments that you do or help them make with their
meditation is one, but you also have to listen to yourself. You will be surprised how many people don't listen to themselves.
Don't listen to yourself.
When they get into a situation, or even every day, if you go in and you see a situation and you're like, and something's telling you that situation isn't right, or something's going on there a little bit more than you can see, that can also, you being able to identify with that and know and listen to yourself, because you, like I said, are the ones that are going to heal. You can heal yourself. Level 1 Reiki teaches you how to heal yourself. So in that, you need to have confidence in yourself. Be able to listen to yourself, and when you're making these decisions, which one is right and which one is wrong. We know. And we decided, well, this might be better over here. And we all make mistakes. That's great. We can learn from that. But you have to listen to yourself.
So listening to yourself and I'm
meditating,
listen to praying is probably an opportunity to
be thankful for what you have
and be grateful.
There's always something that you're going to be grateful for in your life. You cannot. I have not found one person that cannot be grateful for one thing that they have. And we have a lot of things that we don't even think about. But being grateful for what you have is another.
So being grateful, being mindful, using your meditation techniques and praying, saging, doing those, using things like saging. And saging is something that we have spent some time talking about, saging and smudging, and we will talk about that. But these are things that the spirit identifies with, basically. Okay, your thought. For one, I will tell you that one of the things that we do is we tend to obsess about things and we worry about things. And worry is one of those dark energies that brings down the vibration. And when you bring down the vibration, you are subject to a lot of stuff. And that's not good. That's not good.
No.
That's not good. So the
anger as well.
Anger is another one.
Anger is. There's 5 principles of Reiki. I shall not worry.
I shall not worry.
Today I will not be angry.
I will not be angry.
I will treat my fellow man.
I will be kind.
With respect.
I will be kind.
Mind blowing. But when you get angry and when you get worried, you open up your energy system. If we worry, we're not trusting the divine. We're not trusting ourselves. We're not saying we've got this. We're like, okay, well, this is where. And when you do that, like you said, you lower your vibrations.
And with the lower vibration, you're
open yourself to disease.
To those darknesses. You open yourself up to. Well, you're slower. You're slower. I always, my theory is, to keep that vibration as high as you can get it. And again, my take is love. There's not one day that will go by in my life that I won't express love. Even if it's just, I love you. And if I have to stand in the mirror and just say, I love you, Jean. I love you. I love this house. I love my life. I love. And so using it and continually being in a state of love and gratitude, your vibration is going to stay up there. And personally, I'm like this. This is my theory, that if the faster you can, just think about a top spinning, as fast as it can spin. If there's some dirt or stuff on it, it's going to sling it right off.
It can't connect.
It can't connect. But you're going slow. Everything in their mama's going to stick to you.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So keep the vibration up. Is what Elizabeth is sharing with you. Talk a little bit about how you got into. How did you find your way into being a Reiki master and a light worker? And how long have you been doing it?
Well, I got my certification for a master at 2013.
Okay, so you've been a master
for a while.
Were you doing?
I went from. I've been doing REIKI, I did not know what the name of it was, but I have done it since I was a kid.
Okay. Oh, talk about that as a kid. What did you do?
I'm a what you were going to talk
Okay.
about in one of the light works. I take negative energy and I change it to positive. So I have always done that. I can do that with just sitting next to somebody and just kind of sending like love. And I was doing that as a kid.
So you could you could look at a
people-
person and sense that they are
People will come
something
and
is
sit down
bothering
to
that
me.
person.
Yeah, as a kid, I remember young kid sitting down and having conversations with adults, and they would tell me everything about things, and I would be there and I would have compassion and I would talk to them, and they would feel so much better after they walked away. And I had one woman tell me, you know, you're a kid, and I feel so much better. But I just naturally did it, and I didn't know that that's what I was doing when I was just sitting there talking and whatnot. And then I started learning about Reiki, and I realized,
Oh, that's what that is.
that's what I'm doing. And it was very eye-opening for me, and it gave me. I'm also an empath.
Empath.
So I would be able to, pick up people's feelings, even before they even open their mouths. I would realize, okay, they're here to talk to me, so I can make them feel better. And I did that as a kid.
So your spirit was fine tuned at an early age because it had to be something inside of you. It wasn't the mental, because mentally we're not equipped to connect that deep. You've heard of people probably in your lives. You walk in a room, or yourself. You may be light workers or have this ability and this power, and we all do because we're all healers. So you may be fine. You may have this tune or level of understanding or level of sensitivity. Spiritual sensitivity, that you could walk in a room and you can you can feel, you can sense something different about it. Or you can look at a person and you can, like Elizabeth as a child, she would look at a person and say, yeah, they look sad. And I'm going to go cheer them up as a child because that was in her heart that person should be happy. So she would go cheer them up. So light workers, you could be a light worker. You could be a light worker. You could have that ability, that power to do that. And like Elizabeth was encouraging you to listen to yourself. Listen to yourself. Get in touch with yourself, your feelings, and who you are, your truth, the truth about you. And like she says, you know what is good and what's right and wrong for yourself. You know, and a sure way to know it, and a sure way to be effective at it, is to maintain a connection between yourself and your higher power. Because that is where you are getting your power and your source. Everything comes from that connection. So I would encourage you, if you do not have a personal relationship with your higher power, you just kind of know about it, then I would encourage you to seek a connection and to maintain that connection. Because you're 4 years. So anyway, we were just really excited that Elizabeth was able to work with my mom to help us out because our thing, for children, we wanted her to be able to talk to us, and I know that her mind kind of come and go, but we wanted her to be able to just talk with her. And Elizabeth did have an opportunity to work with her, and we were able to, at Christmas time, we were able to actually have a conversation with her, and we watched her feed herself for a change, and use her own cup and do things. So I say that to say that even though she has a medical doctor, having Elizabeth a part of that, her health care team was a benefit. And I understand, Elizabeth, that you have an association with Wellstar, Kennestone Hospital.
Yes,
What
I
is that
used to
association?
volunteer through Kennestone Hospital in their cancer units.
As a Reiki master.
As a Reiki master. It was not anything other than that.
So so mainstream and you got together,
Yes.
mainstream medicine got together with you, you guys partnered, and you were
I didn't
treating.
I didn't start it there. What I did is I called Wellstar when I got Reiki certified for my masters. I called them because I in Colorado, it's already in the hospitals.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, really?
yes,
So it's part of the mainstream.
Yes, it's part of the mainstream there. And so when I came out here, when I started looking at it, because I have friends that are there, and I used to live in Colorado, so I knew that. So when I kind of looked up, I'm gonna tell you what I did. I looked up Kennesaw, and then they have a search engine on the top of that, and I just put REIKI on there, and it came up, and a number for their I don't know, branch or whatever it is, the person I got to was there.
So they actually practice and have Reiki as part of their health.
You have to request it.
You have to request it.
It's not something that they normally will do, but if you want that, you can get that.
So do you have that number with you, or is that a number that you can just Google? Just go
Google
onto the website.
Wellstar Keystone Hospital, and when that comes up on the top of it will say search, and you type in REIKI and hit, and it will come up, and the number will come up. There's not a name to it, but there is a name, and it says REIKI available, and then you call that, and then you go from there.
So there's all.
I'm sharing this with you because I just actually learned this the past couple of weeks in talking to Elizabeth that that Wellstar, which is one of our prominent, well-known, actually it's probably one of our main and only hospital systems in Cobb County, is Wellstar, Keystone, Paulding, as well as Cobb, and we've got the chain of them, and it's fascinating to me, or it's news to me. I don't say it's fascinating because Reiki in itself is such a benefit to the community. I've always wondered why it wasn't more well known or more widespread. So it's exciting to me that it's part of Keystone Wellstar and the Wellstar system. So again, if you are interested in seeing or finding out the association with Keystone or Cobb General or any of the Wellstar hospitals in that system, Google or go on their website and actually Google it and or search it and see if you can find how to contact the hospital to find out if you wanted someone associated with the hospital to find out, how they practice and how they use Reiki in their healthcare care system and their healthcare program. But in the meanwhile, you do have access to contact Elizabeth. Elizabeth also is a master, which means that gives her the opportunity or the certification to train people like myself, laymen like myself, who are not practitioners, who want to even just have an understanding. You don't have to become a practitioner per se to work on anybody else, but she can help you with training and understanding your system and how the whole process and system works, that you can practice on yourself, or you can heal yourself, or you can have an understanding of your system and your family, and you can practice those things that benefit or that's under the umbrella of Reiki. Tell us about your training, how the training that's available to
That I give?
That you get.
I work here at ITC.
She works here at Interface 2.
Before the pandemic, I had a level 1 class going.
And a level 1 class?
Yes.
Okay.
And I had to stop it. And now, once we're starting to get back together, I'm going to have to finish that. But I feel like I'm going to do another level 1.
And this is 10.95.
I'm not sure when, probably in July.
What does level 1 entail?
Level 1 teaches you about energy, and then it's about
The
healing
basics
yourself.
of a basic
Yeah,
understanding.
it gives you a
Basic
broad.
understanding.
You have no symbols, none of that. But it teaches you how to heal yourself. It goes in. I go in with what I do. I go within your system. I break it down. It's more. I give more of a medical.
You relate it to
Yes.
physiology.
Yeah.
You relate
I
to
can tell you with each point and where it is and what's going on with that.
How long is this class? How long is the class?
It has to be 8 hours.
8 hours. So you have
So
to
what I do is
8 hours.
I do I cut it down into 4-hour classes twice.
Okay.
So you come in. It's usually on a Sunday afternoon. I do it here, and I teach the very first, and then the second part of it, you will leave with your certification.
Okay. So if you're interested in learning a little bit, getting a basic understanding of Reiki, again, Elizabeth contacts. She's here at Interfaith Truth Center on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays and Saturdays from 1 till 6. You can call her at 678-598-9225 if you want to speak with her about making arrangements for a personal one-on-one consultation with her, or you want some more information about her level 1 basic class and when it's the scheduling, how she's gonna schedule that if you're interested in just general information, because the basic level 1 teaches you basic information. And some of that information includes understanding your physiology and the association of your physiology with the energy centers, chakras, and the chakras and the energy points and systems in your body. And probably some other things. I'm sure it's an 8-hour class in order to get that basic, a little history of it, history of where it started, how it started. You get an understanding about that, and she'll also probably at the very end give you information as to some ways that you can actually apply it to your particular needs, and also how to resources to get you more understanding and more information about it. I assume that if it's a level 1, there's probably other levels as well.
There's a level 3. There's 3 of them.
Level 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Yes, the second one will teach you on how to do it on other people and also how to do it distance.
Okay. So you don't have to be present at all. Okay. In fact, you weren't at present at every time with my mom, but you were sending that energy, and you were okay. All right.
And then the last one is you become the teacher.
You become a teacher. Okay. All right. Level 1 teaches you basic. Level 2 gives you information on how to become a practitioner. A practitioner means performing on others, and then the master gives you the ability to teach other people the basic levels 1 and 2 and to people. So tonight we're talking to Elizabeth, a light worker, and her specialty, her area of expertise and passion. I'm going to say passion because it's more of I don't know if it's a passion and it's a gift. Because it is a gift that is given to us as creators. But her passion goes beyond my passion. I want to be healthy. I want to know how to be healthy. But I don't want to teach. I don't want the responsibility of. I don't have the passion to teach other people how to do it. And to have that level, I would definitely have to have a strong passion about it, so that I would. Just assume and consume as much information so I can pass it on. But Elizabeth is here for that, and I appreciate her being a master, and I definitely appreciate her being in our family's life, because we had benefited from that for our mother. And I'm going to invite you to contact Elizabeth and talk to her one-on-one. Beautiful person that she is. I've known her. I've been blessed to have known her, for almost a little over a year now, and we've been. She's part of my team. She's part of my light work health team. And I appreciate her, and she's available for my family. I love that, having her available for us, and we can call her up and have her send some energy when we need to get rid of some depression and some. My daughter is pregnant right now, so we're asking her to send energy for that baby to be, and keeping her body healthy and everything. And she's available to respond to those things, and we appreciate that. And if you have family members that are suffering from illnesses, and whether you've gone to the doctors or not, remember, REIKI is it's partnering, or Wellstar, Kenneth Stone Hospitals, that system is partnering with REIKI practitioners or REIKI masters. So it's no longer taboo, or my goodness, what is that? If you want to know what it is, call Wellstar. Call Wellstar, talk to them, and they will put you in touch with their REIKI partnerships. And you can learn. And again, we have Elizabeth that's available for you. Something else that you do, Elizabeth, and I wanted to kind of touch on that before I let you go. And now, again, I'm going to ask you to hold on to your seats. Don't go anywhere, and don't start making signs of the cross or nothing like that. But I wanted you to talk to us a little bit about. I'm kidding. I love you. Talk to us a little bit about tarot card reading. I understand that you are a tarot. What in the world is a tarot? What? I saw that. Now I know I'm pretending, y'all, because I do get a reading every now and again. But tell the audience and the conscious creators out there who's open and aware and understanding that there's more to life than just Sunday morning. Come on, talk to us about it. What is a tarot? What do you do? How long have you been doing that?
Tarot is for that time and space, for wherever, when you sit down and have a tarot reading. It's for that time. For that period. For that period. Because
for that day.
For that moment in time. Because what you may see on this table you may be like, okay, I don't want that, or you know, you make a different decision because you're on that path, and the person tells you that the path that you're on, you might want to deviate from that. And whatever, and you'll go out and make some changes, and that will change the outcome of the tarot.
So Tara, Tara is you telling my future? That's, I know that's your
Yes.
question. I know somebody want to ask that question. They do. They want to ask it.
Yes.
Are you telling my future? Are you a fortune teller?
I guess I am.
Well,
It's
you
more
know.
of your intuition. Everybody can read the tarot. Everyone, just like everybody can be a healer. Everyone can read tarot. It's just like you said, a passion. If you have passion for it, you might go deeper into that. The oracle cards that I when I give a reading, I use them both together. Oracle cards are for advice, like what the universe messages the universe is trying to give you at that moment. The tarot is more on the future, and I kind of put them together because I want people to have their own view.
But again, I hope you heard what she said. When you are doing a tarot card reading, and it is kind of like a, telling the possibility of a future, because bottom line, we have free will. All right?
Sure do.
Right? I can sit down all day long and I can make a list of everything I want to do. I can make a list of everything I'm going to do. I can make a list of everything that I want, everything that I'm going to get. But guess what? Until I decide, until I make my mind up that I'm going to get number 2 on my list, it's going to just be a number 2 on my list. And just like the tarot cards, she can sit down and she can put those cards down there and she can look and see, this is what your energy is telling her that is in the realm of possibility for you, because that's all it is a realm of possibility, until you make the free will, which God has given, the Creator has given you the choice to do, is to use your free will to agree with what you planned or what your energy has expressed that's a possibility for you, or not. You can decide. So don't be afraid, and don't think that, it's just like you predicting that I'm going to be a millionaire. Well, guess what? You got to do something about it to be that. So your prediction, just like that's what the tarot cards are. It's predicting the possibility that's available, the energy that's given itself to happen. I'm ready to happen. Here I am ready to happen. Just like the 15-page list that you got here. But until you start rattling off the list, it's just on the list and it's just in the cards. Okay? So don't be, I'm just encouraging you. It's kind of fun. It's fun to me. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's not, and I don't base my life on it or even do anything on it. I just like to do it because it's fun. I like to see what my energy is kind of talking about.
Well, what you said, I want to add to you.
Yes.
If you get a reading by somebody and it is dark, and you don't get scared, because you have the power to change what is on this table. You don't have to accept that. You don't. There are some people that get readings and they leave and they're all upset when they leave. But you have the power to change that. So don't accept it.
It's still on your
Say, okay, this is not my reality. I'm going to change that. Like you said.
And something else too that's interesting to me that I want everybody to have a reality about and an understanding about is that you're just like Elizabeth had shared with us earlier, how when as a child she was able to walk into a room or enter her classroom or whatever as a student, as a kid at school, she could see a classmate that looked like, or she sensed the energy of that person was sad. Well, if that energy is strong enough for another person to register it and to receive it, then the tarot cards, that's all that's happening, is that it's actually a tool where the cards are with the use of the tarot reader. Because the cards are not going to read themselves, and they're not going to, jump out the deck and spread themselves. A person has to, then basically that's what you're doing. You're using the same energy the same reception that she was using as a child to receive the sadness or the hurt of a fellow classmate. She's also able to sit across from you and me and to set that same energy. And the card, she uses the cards to channel it, and she's able to read what the messages are in the channel. That's all tarot.
Yes.
Is that simple?
Yes.
Does that make sense to you, audience? Did you understand? So I'm glad that you understand it. I'm hoping that you will no longer think of it as taboo and that's a naughty thing that you're doing. But it's not. It's a gift that she has been given from the Creator, and the Creator creates nothing that is useless or that will harm us because He wants or she or
I already got a bag going.
Creator wants the best for us. And the Creator wants to give us every possible tool, every possible power, every possible energy that we can have or that's make available to us to have the life that we want. Right? Okay. So freedom of choice. Remember that you always have a free will. And we do talk about free will as one of your God-given creative abilities. So tune in, stay tuned, because at some point in time we will, as a part of the Conscious Creator, we will talk about freedom of choice, how we use our free will. So I appreciate you sharing that with us. So again, I guess you read tarot card readings are available on Tuesday, Thursdays, and Fridays when you're at the center as well. So if you're looking for a tarot card reader, in fact, I think the center is open. What's the hours of the center?
They're Tuesday, Thursday, Fridays, and Saturday from 1 to 6.
Is that's when the store's open?
Yes.
They're not gonna be open anymore.
Right now, no.
Okay.
They're-
Right now, the store's open Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays from 1 to 6. And even if you come in, there's probably someone here. I know there's more than, I know that she's a tarot reader, but I think there's other readers here that's available to read. There's also a person that actually reads crystals.
Yes.
And she's here too. And the crystals are another topic that we'll probably talk about at some point in the future too. Because again, that's a tool that's available for us to use. But if you're looking for a tarot card or a Reiki master, Reiki practitioner, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, 1 to 6, you can find Elizabeth here. And if she's available to do a tarot card reading, that's great. She can do that. But there are other people that could possibly be available as well. Look us up on the website, Interfaith Truth Center, the website. It'll give you a little bit more about some of the services and classes and workshops and things that are offered at the center, and also the hours and if you need to make a special appointment for any of the services as well. Again, Elizabeth, you can reach her at 678-598-9225. We're so grateful to have her join us today.
Yeah.
I appreciate you taking the time out, and we apologize we tried to do it previous, but we're glad you came back. And I hope that you all received, I hope you at least got some awareness about Reiki and light work, that particular area of light work. Again, I'm going to spend a little bit of time, here and there, kind of sharing you a little bit more about light workers, because there's a wide variety, a wide range of light workers work, the things that we do. Myself, I'm considered a manifester, master manifester, showing you how to use your powers and your abilities to create and manifest the life and make your dreams come true is what I say, what I call it. But it's really, we're manifesting all the time. We're manifesting our lives. What we see is what we have called into the existence for our reality. And sometimes we get what we don't want. And what I do, I have a passion to help people get what they do want instead. So again, thanks so very much for you guys being with us. I appreciate all of you. I know that Conscious Creators is my passion, to create and to manifest as many conscious creators as I possibly can manifest. That's my joy. And when I hear of other people doing what I'm doing, or I'm moving the passion needle on for you to go out and play it forward. Oh my goodness, look what I did! I was able to manifest this dream vacation that I wanted, and I've been trying to do. I've been trying to lose this 30 pounds for the past 20 years, and now I finally broke the code, and I'm manifesting this wonderful body, and I'm healthy, and I'm no longer sick and ill, but I'm healthy now. I can't mention that. You're gonna bleep that out. I'm right in the middle of the shooting.
Okay, I'm sorry. Telling you I wasn't gonna make it.
Okay. Okay. Bleep that out. But we're glad you're here. We're happy to have again Elizabeth join us. Join us next week. Next week we will have a psychotherapist, and she's also going to share some information and her awareness and understanding about angels. That's going to be this. She's going to come in. We're going to meet with her next Thursday night and next week. Next Thursday we're going to have her here, and she's going to share some information about angels and psychotherapy. How she uses psychotherapy, hypnotherapy, not psychotherapy, hypnotherapy to actually tap into your subconscious and help you, again, like as a light worker, to help you relieve some of the issues that you might be having with your physical body or your emotions and your mental state. You're depressed, or you have some type of an addiction or whatever, or a bad habit that you just having trouble breaking, or she's going to kind of, and she'll in other areas. I mean, I'm just kind of rattling off the few that I'm aware of, but she can tell you what she does as a hypnotherapist, as associated with light work, and that's a form of light work as well. So join us next week, and remember, you can also reach us at the Conscious Creator YouTube channel, which is available. You can, this particular interview will be uploaded at some point in time on that channel as well. And there are other information, other content that's there. So join us there. Go visit us there. Subscribe to the channel. Like us. Remember, the more you like, the more it just improves us. It improves our space on the channel competition or whatever. So like us, subscribe to us, and again, join us every Thursday night for the Conscious Creators Toolbox, where you will have an opportunity to learn how to fine-tune and how to develop and identify your unique creative abilities and powers. Again, thank you so much for being my guest tonight. I appreciate the information that you've shared with them, and I hope you appreciate it as well. I hope you got a little bit more of an understanding of light workers, and particularly Reiki practitioners and Reiki masters. Thanks again for being with us. Okay. Good night, everybody, and we will see you next time, because I think we're running close to the end of our time on this.
My telephone number is 678
678
598
598
9225.
9225. You can also reach her at Monday through Friday, or Monday through Saturday.
No, Tuesday,
Tuesday,
Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 1 to 6 here at ITC.
Okay, Tuesday, Thursday,
Friday,
and Friday and Saturday. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. You can reach her at Interfaith Truth Center, located on Austell Road in Austell, Georgia, USA. On Tuesday, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays from 1 until 5 p.m.
6.
1 till 6 p.m. And again, her telephone number is 678-598-9225. I will put that information on the website. I'll introduce her and put her on the website sometime over the next few days. So, and her contact information. I encourage you that if you want a little bit more information about Reiki and how it can benefit you and your life, to contact Elizabeth. Stop at ITC. Just stop in at Interfaith Truth Center and meet her, talk to her, ask her questions. And we appreciate you being with us. Good night, and we will see you next week. We'll have another light.